He's much more experienced. He still has a lot of work to do. He's still developing as a passer, as a quarterback. But I think he's miles ahead of where he was this time last year. I thought the quote of the spring, this past spring ball, was Rob Henry when they were warming up early in practice. He looked down at the other end of the field where they were working on covering kicks. He says, this time last year I was down there covering kicks. So he's come a long ways in a year. I was anticipating him being a little bit further along than where he's at right now, from being ready to practice all the time, full speed. He's still having some swelling in the donor knee. I'm optimistic that we have enough time to get him ready and that he'll be okay, but he's not as far along as I had thought he would be at this point in time. In the off season, a significant difference in the time commitment from a film study standpoint. And during the season, there's only so many hours in a day, and school and football monopolizes most of them, but several additional hours a week during the season at least. Quarterback needs to spend studying film and his handouts, the signals, so many things that he has to master in order to be able to engineer the football team. Ralph looks great, and he was a difference maker for our football team 2 years ago, and I assumed that he could be a difference maker for this team and season as well. He came out and has looked very fast, sudden, quick. He still has to get himself back into football shape. He hasn't played football in a while. There was a scrimmage the other day. It was intense. We were down on the goal line, and we handed the ball off to Ralph, and he didn't get across the goal line. It was a big collision, and we wanted to get in. It was first and goal, just inches to go, and we gave the ball to Ralph on the second play, just to see if he'd punch it up in there, and they met him head on and down low, and he was able to really explode across the line of scrimmage, and I was really pleased with the courage and the confidence that he demonstrated. So Ralph's ready to go, and he can make a difference to our team. Well, that's a broad question. I don't think there's one definite answer. We are a very hungry football team. These guys have paid a heck of a price the last couple of years to be successful. We haven't won as many games as we'd have liked to, but we've grown and developed a lot as a football team the last couple of years, and they're excited about the upcoming season and have a real burning desire to not only win but to have a heck of a year. So we think that we can do very well. We have a lot of players back, a lot of redeeming qualities to our football team, a lot of real redeeming qualities to our football team. If we continue to improve at the rate that we're improving on a daily basis in practice right now, stay healthy, and take care of the football, we can be a very competitive football team and have a lot of fun this season. Well, it should make an impact on our team and our season if we can keep them healthy and get them ready to play, and I think all those guys will be in that position. I wish that Marv was a little bit further along. He got reps yesterday, and he did well yesterday, but he's missed a lot of reps in the last year. So really excited about him making a little more progress here and getting further along in his rehab, because he's very important to us. All those guys should make a difference to our football team. There were a lot of guys that were injured last year. There was a significant time period there that O.J. Ross wasn't available for our football team. We had lots of guys that were injured last year that a lot of people don't give a second thought to, because we had so many key players that were injured as well. But O.J. Ross is one of our best players, and he was out for the bulk of the season. So right now we're relatively healthy. I think we can have everyone ready to go, or almost everyone ready to go for the opener, as long as we don't sustain a lot of injuries throughout the rest of camp. We'll be cautious in some ways. We have to learn how to practice really hard, and just the uppers, the upper pads, the shoulder pads and helmets on without tackling. We call that thud tempo, and we have to get really good at that, because we probably won't do a lot of live tackling on our top ball carriers throughout the course of camp.